Day 395, still alive. Had the workout today, had a little trouble getting up out of bed. It just alarm went off, 4:15, snoozed it 2 or 3 times, and just trying to get the body motivated to run and then just run fast. Like, you can always run, right? You can just get out there and do a couple miles, but this time was just, it's a workout. And again, I was having those negative self-talks in my head. So I was worried I was going to get there and not be able to run my best. And when I got there, I showed up late, like right as they were taking the picture, so a minute before they started the workout. Jumped in the picture, tied my shoes, and then boom, we took off. And we did 5 minutes at 5K pace, and 3 minutes was in between mile and 5K, and then mile pace. So it was like a 5 minute, 90-second rest, 3 minute, 90-second rest, 2 minutes, 90-second rest. Or no, it was more after the two. After the two, you went to bleachers. And after everyone finished 2 sets of bleachers, then we took off again. Back at the 5-3-2 bleachers. 5-3-2 bleachers. And on the 5, we had a guy, Pete, there, who I believe is sponsored by Hoka. But he's a really nice guy. I don't know. He said he took about a month off, which makes sense because I haven't seen him in a while. And I think he's doing a lot of the trail ultra stuff. And that's what it sounded like he was doing. But he's still, he's in great shape. He's got good speed. I'm guessing I think he said he was running around triple digits. From what I remember. Yeah, he said something about, it's like, yeah, I'm getting into the triples. I'm like, okay. And then he didn't want to do the bleachers. He was, I think, just easing into it. And so he went around on the track to kind of keep his heart rate up, and we did a set of bleachers. But yeah, he took off well. And I had my buddy Brandon there, and after the second set, he took off. And my buddy Greg was there. But Jason, Gary, I guess Pawan was sick. Oh. You're like, yeah, he got the same symptoms you had 2 weeks ago. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, it's something going around then. Hopefully he's okay. But it was nice to be out on the track. It would have felt better to have gotten rest. I think I went to bed after 1 o'clock. After 1, I remember seeing the clock, and it was like 1:15. And I got up at 4:15 was when the first alarm went off. So, 3-ish hours of sleep. I was hoping to get back early, but during the workout, we started to see the sun come up. And I don't remember the last time I did a workout with them where we saw the sun creeping up. And we were still working out. I think we had another set after the sun was creeping out. So I was like, okay, it's a long workout. We finished at 6:25. And then we're walking to the car. And by the time I came back, walked the pup, and just showered. I pretty much took off to work. And yeah, a little bit slow at work. I think processing wise, my body was ready to take a nap, especially the first 2 hours. After that, I woke up, but the first 2 hours were pretty tough. But we got an email around 9 o'clock and said, hey, today Jersey Mike's is sponsoring the Special Olympics, so 100% of their sales are going to help the program. So someone at work decided it'd be a great time to order food. So we were always like, yeah, it's not Friday. Great. Good cause. Great. Good food. Great. So we had that. It got there a little late. We normally have lunch around 11:30, 12, and it got there, I think, around 12:45. But I'm pretty sure it's because they were probably so busy with that kind of a special. Not that it was discounted, but for the cause. So hopefully they were staffed enough, and it was just good business for them and good sales, and they have a big donation to give to the program at the end of the day. But I mean, we didn't mind. It's a free lunch from work. And working in food for so long, I kind of expected it to be a little bit late, but we were definitely getting a little hungry, so we had a couple of snacks, and then we were good. And then got out of work, came back, grabbed the pup right away, and just said, if I sit down, I'm taking a nap, so let's go walk. And we walked, she had a good walk, we got to see her buddy and my friend Brandon. We were talking a bit, we talked about Netflix, watching this show now, Moon Knight for Disney, that's a Marvel show. And then we got into comedians, and we just started going like, oh, I heard this one, here's a joke, this is great, if you don't know this person, this is great, and listen to this. And he just was going off and saying, yeah, I used to listen to him on Pandora, and I didn't know you could listen to him. I said, yeah, I did the same thing. I found out on a different, I think it was called Slacker at the time, I'm not sure what it's called now, but the Slacker one just had comedians out there, and now I listen to them on Sirius XM, and you hear anywhere from 45 seconds to 10 minutes of a comedy rant, I guess, or the joke. And so I like the little the longer ones because the more the joke you get, the more comedic it is. And he was talking about one about marriage and relationships, and oh my gosh, or I don't know, we went all across the board. We had a good laugh. It was a good time. Pup had a good time. She liked being outside. We normally go out for like 20 minutes the second walk, and we were out there about 45 minutes, so she had a good time. Then came in, gave her a little treat because she did really good. She was listening to me a lot. And then we still had little moments where she was getting a little crazy, but we caught her in time and calm down, you're okay. And she's a little bit more responsive and did better. She's doing better, which is great. So I gave her a treat, played catch a little bit, and then she jumped on the bed and like, okay, if you're gonna lay down, I'm gonna lay down. So I took about an hour nap. Then my dad had called and we were talking a bit. He's headed up to Congress to help a friend move, and then we're talking about the Suns game and training. So it was just nice to catch up with him before the Suns game. And he watched the Suns game. I was listening to it. The Suns won. They've tied the franchise record, and they're going for the most road wins in a season, which I believe they have to win the next 4 away games to get it, something like that. But they're just doing phenomenal. It's great to listen to them. It's great that they've had a comeback year after last year was great, and they ended the year in the bubble better. But glad to hear your team's doing well. Right, it's always a good sign. And so after that, walked the pup, had a little bite to eat, and now I'm watching the Moon Knight about halfway through, and I said, I'm just dozing off, and I could feel myself get really comfortable, hence why I'm laying down the pillows. So I'm going to do my set of push-ups and call it a night, because my body's definitely tired. And I could use a little extra rest, so got to work on the rest factor too. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good